I'm going to show you how to install a TV in your RV. So if you have an area in your camper that didn't come with a TV, but it is designated for a TV, you're going to see the infamous TV backer sticker on your wall. You're also going to see an outlet and a coax cable outlet as well. So what does this TV backer sticker mean? All it means, guys, is that the manufacturer put a metal plate in this area of the wall that's mounted to the studs. It gives you a bigger surface area to screw in than trying to have to find a stud. The metal plate that's in the wall is much bigger than the sticker, so don't think that's the only place that you can screw into. Don't mind the holes in my wall. I've done this modification years ago, so I had to kind of take everything down to show you guys exactly what I did. Here's an easy way to find out where exactly that metal plate is behind your TV backer sticker. Just get some magnets and move those magnets around until they don't stick on the wall anymore. Once you know where they stick and where they don't stick, you can kind of form a square box, and that's where your metal backing plate is going to be. Once you mark off where that backing plate is, just take a magnet and move it around the inside of that box so that you know your magnets aren't on a stud and there's a space between the stud and the backing plate. So I'm going to move this magnet around a little bit and make sure that there's magnetism everywhere in between my border, and I know that there's a metal plate there, and that's where I can mount. So now that we know where our backing plate is, we have two options to mount the TV to the wall. You can take your TV arm brackets and mount them directly in, and that's fine, but I decided to mount a piece of wood so I could get more points of contact into the backing plate. I also prefer the idea that the TV is going to be mounted into a 1/2-inch piece of wood than a thin piece of metal. Overall, it's just a stronger way to mount this TV. So as you can see, I've painted the piece of wood that I'm putting up to closely resemble the color of the wall. Next, you're just going to screw your wood into the wall. Make sure that the screws that you're using are going into that metal plate and it's nice and level and secure. A very important note before you take on this modification, it goes without saying, but make sure, guys, that you're not using screws that are longer than the thickness of your wall on your RV. It's going to be up to you to measure this and make sure you're not using something that's going to pop through the outside of your camper. After you're done mounting your wood, you can go ahead and mount your TV arm to the piece of wood. Before you do this, though, I would recommend probably measuring out where your arm is, drilling some pilot holes so it's a little bit easier to get screws in there because it is a little bit tight back there. So for the screws going through the wood into the metal backer, I just used simple self-tapping screws. These are always good screws to use when you're going into metal. And I use these tapered, thicker screws to go into the wood to mount the arm. I also have this DVD player that I wanted to mount behind the TV, and I just took 2 Velcro straps and strapped them together, and that's what I'm going to use to mount this thing onto the piece of wood next to where the TV arm mounts. Once you get everything mounted up, grab some zip ties and tie up your wires behind your TV so everything looks nice and clean. I'm going to put links to the products used in this video down in the video description and the comments below. And that's all there is to it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting that like button down below. And guys, subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of other RV content on there already. And hit notifications so that you'll be notified when we post a new video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.